So, Drew, this news today is really the first indication we've had that Secretary Shinseki was showing any interest in this.
Yes, and the VA secretary has been under fire, Anderson, not only from us, but from many in Congress for paying what they see as very little attention to cases across the country of veterans who have been dying, waiting for care at VA hospitals. It took these allegations of a hidden list to get him to finally act. But I want to show you what may also have prompted him to act today, in fact, just a couple hours ago. We've been trying to get an interview with Eric Shinseki, as you said, since last November. Last night, we told you about the 54 or so employees that work in his public affairs office to handle scheduling his interviews. Well, today we decided to try and reach every single one of them and ask them one more time for an on-the-record interview with Secretary Shinseki.
I'm calling to put in a formal request for an interview with Secretary Shinseki.
We've been asking to speak to him for 6 months. We would really want to talk to him about delays in care at VA hospitals around the country.
Allegations of a secret list at the Phoenix VA that could have contributed to as many as 40 veterans dying because of delayed care.
And who is the best person that you'd recommend? Drew Brucki, okay.
Okay, so it's Drew's decision whether or not the interview will happen? The slant on this story? No, well, we don't have a slant on the story, but we've been asking for the Secretary's reaction to this and his comments and for him to respond for 6 months.
Anderson, we called 20 different government numbers in that public affairs office. 5 answered. 3 of those people told us we needed to talk with a public affairs officer named Drew Brucki. And as you heard, one of them even asked what our slant was. Well, for the record, Drew Brucki is exactly the person we have been asking, emailing, calling, and trying to get an interview since November of last year. And the response has always been either we're going to get back to you or simply no. Well, today we have yet to hear back from Drew Brucki, but we did get this press release at 5:50 tonight announcing that the Phoenix VA director, Sharon Hellman, is now on leave.
It's amazing to me. I mean, these are public officials. That their job is to be transparent. Their job is to present information to the American public. I mean, the fact that they're like dodging and weaving, squealing off in their cars, running away from you, and that the head of the VA won't do an interview with you in all the months you've been investigating this, it just boggles my mind. I mean, this started back in November. We got questions about delays in care from several VA hospitals, not just Phoenix. And I mean, Congress has been asking questions about this.
Yeah, that is exactly right. The lack of response is becoming a bit of a sick joke. We know at least 23 veterans died because they were delayed care at veterans hospitals. That is what the VA has admitted to, 23. We know several veterans died in Pittsburgh because of Legionella bacteria that was running through the water system in the VA hospital, and VA officials there tried to hide that fact from patients and even staff. And now it is alleged 40 veterans died in Phoenix waiting for care. It's and also waiting for care, many of them on a secret list, so their names would remain hidden. Yet there is no one being held accountable. And all of these letters, I want to show you all these letters. These are from members of Congress and the Senate asking Eric Shinseki exactly what and who is being held accountable for all this mess. And the House Veterans Affairs Committee says the lack of response, Anderson, is so bad. This is what they are doing in Congress. They're keeping an electronic tally on its website. Every time a reporter, a member of Congress, or a government official or committee does not get any response, and tonight again, you can add one more to that list. Our request today for an interview with VA Secretary Eric Shinseki is now being ignored.
And I mean, again, you know, every politician, everybody in government loves to say that, you know, veterans, you know, they've served our country and they deserve the best care possible. They don't deserve to be waiting for months just to see a doctor. I mean, we're not even talking about, you know, a course of treatment. I mean, these are people who've served our country just to see a doctor. They are waiting for months. That is outrageous.
It really is. You know, the vets get political lip service every time there's an election. Both parties go down to these VA veterans conferences. They talk a good game. They talk about improving benefits and access to health care. They also, specifically in this last election, talked about transparency and even specifically talked about cutting down wait times. People in office right now, in fact, the person that's in the White House talked about that. That's why this is so disturbing, the lack of transparency and until now, the lack of any action.